Well, guys, little shit has a seized up starter. Me and my buddy Michael were riding it. Well, I was driving, of course. And I went to go start it. It went real slow, like the battery was dead. But it did start. And then I tried it again after that. It was real slow again, barely started. And then I was able to get one more start after that. Then it quit working completely. Starter was real hot, but I'm going to try to free this one up. Hopefully it just needs, maybe it could be a connection, but the starter being as hot as it was, the internals might be screwed. But I'm going to try to clean it and see if that fixes it. But I just turned the key on so I can show you guys what it does. Well, you guys know what it's going to do. That's it. It just won't crank anymore. So, is what I'm going to do is push it outside and get the starter off. It's not going to be that hard. So, and of course I had to screw up the day I shined it. Of course, that's when everything has to take a crap. And I did the dash, shined it up nice. But anyway, I'll show you guys where the starter is. If you guys have one of these that, you know, if you need to change the starter or something. So I'll just put the bed up, take the seat off, which my seat's not in good shape. Just got to pull up. There's your carburetor. And the starter, that's an aftermarket air filter, but there's your starter right there. I checked all the connections, they seemed tight. So that's good. And yeah, so but I had the bed off to do the starter, but I'm not going to take it off, even though it's not that hard, but it's a lot easier. But I'll probably just put the seat back on, and I'll put my knees on there, and I'll take the starter off like that, because there's I think that's an 8mm, but there's a bolt there. Yeah. But anyways, that's where the starter is on this little thing. Yeah, that's a starter bolt. It's been a while since okay, yeah, the two bolts, there's two bolts right there. It's been a little while. They're actually screws, but it's been a little while since I did this, but I'll tell you guys when I get it. So first thing is first is what I got to do is disconnect the battery so you don't get any shocking or anything. Well, yeah, I'm going to disconnect it just to be on the safe side. So it just comes right off real easy. Just lay this right here. And the starter solenoids are now also nice and tight. The battery's nice and tight, so I'm pretty certain it's not a battery or a connection issue anyway. I think it's just a seized up starter. But I got the negative disconnected. No power, see? Oh, there is still power. Okay. It was still touching. Stupid gauge. Okay. Okay, now it's off. Yeah, I got a light bar and my hazard flasher's hooked up, so I got a lot of connections. Okay. I lied. This is not it. These two, one right here and one right here. Those need to come off. Those are 8mm, but it's one of the connectors is a Phillips screwdriver. Starter's bolts are finally out. It took me about 10 minutes or 15. But when you got big fingers, beware guys, if you have to change starter on yours, big fingers is not going to be your best friend, because they're not very easy when you got big fingers. But you're going to be spending a little time getting the bolts loose. But anyway, there's the other, that's the main connection. And it seems tight, but I need two hands. But yep, it's a Phillips screwdriver for that one. It easily pops out. You gotta twist it and then it'll come out. It only goes in one way, but I actually put a brand new O-ring in it because that's where the oil leak was from the whole time. So hasn't leaked oil ever since. Changed that. So and we put a new valve cover gasket maker on it too. So that was probably part of the problem as well. Well, I already turned the starter, and I don't know why it was stopped working, but it's turning just fine. But I guess I'm gonna have to take it apart. But that's what it looks like. Why it quit working, I'm not sure. It still spins and everything. Maybe the internal was screwed. We use the Landmaster bed for a workbench. It spins okay, but I'm going to dig a little deeper. See what the hell's going on. Okay, the bolts are out. There's crap all over it. I don't know what the heck they put on there, but it's either they got that smell of oil or this thing is severely burnt. But it smells awful. So we're hopefully getting into something now. I'm not sure if it's supposed to look like that, but I know this thing's had a lot of cranking. Let's see what it looks like when I take this out. Make sure it don't stop. Sorry about the camera view. Well, god damn. I don't know what they use on here, but it's awful. It's nasty. I can't tell. It doesn't really look burnt. Well, yeah, it does. I think that's grease and crap they put in that. Anyways, I don't know. That doesn't look very good to me. It looks like it's all nasty. It's got grease in it. See, the inside seal is coming apart. I don't see any big metal chunks in the housing. But it does smell severely burnt to me. I don't think that's the oil they put in it, because the oil should not smell severely bad like that. Yeah, it smells burnt on my fingers, so I think the starter is toast. But they're cheap on the internet, so I'm just gonna wait until my dad gets back. But it just smells severely burnt. It looks really bad. You can tell. Yeah. This starter's never been changed on that machine, but it shouldn't smell like it does. Even taking the bolts out of it, yeah, it smells severely burnt. You know what burnt smells like compared to oil. It's burnt. I knew the internals got super hot. But yeah, that's the issue. The internals are screwed up. Yeah, it was a very strong smell. If you had smell-o-vision, you guys would say, oh yeah, it's toast. It's burnt. It's definitely burnt. Because oil shouldn't smell at all. And it smells like it on my fingers, so it's toast. I think it's time to get a new one. I bet you my dad will also say the same thing, because yeah. But yeah, that's about making me gag. I got to get out of here. But yeah, well, I'll get back with you whenever my dad gets back. He's buying a bush hog, and he just left to go pick it up. So yep, it's time for a starter change for the old thing. Even though it still spins, but the internals got burnt really bad. As hot as the starter got on the outside, it got so hot that it burnt my finger when I touched it. I only was able to put my finger there for a second, so it's done for. But I'll see you guys back.